Hello, viewers, and welcome to this week's Motivational Moment. Last week, we crushed fear in our lives, and today we're going to deal with being double-minded. In James 4, verse 8, it says, "Draw near to me, and I'll draw near to you." And it goes on and says, "Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded." You see, a sinful heart, and that word sin just means to miss the mark, to think wrongly. A sinful heart is a double-minded heart. And God is speaking to us today, I believe, and telling us we should stop being double-minded. Because James goes on to say that a double-minded person will not receive anything from the Lord. So I want to encourage us. You see, in 2008, the Lord spoke to me to turn down an opportunity to become an American citizen. And the only reason I was able to turn that down is because I remained steadfast and fixed on what God had spoken to me. In 2013, I eventually met my wife, and we know the story. Through marriage, I became an American citizen. I did not settle for an Ishmael. I did not settle and try and create my own version and create my own miracle. I remained steadfast. I was not double-minded. And the reason why sometimes we get into businesses or relationships or ministries because we create our own Ishmael and we start too quick, we move ahead of God. And I want to encourage us today, because if we're not double-minded and stay steadfast on what God has spoken, He will surely do what He will say. God spoke this verse to me in a dream once, and it changed my life because I saw the secret to Jesus' life. And it was Luke 9:51. It says, "Now it came to pass, when the time had come for Him to be received up, that He steadfastly set His face to go to Jerusalem." Jesus steadfastly set His face. That was the secret to Jesus' life. He was not wavering between two interests or divided between two interests. That's what the word double-minded means. It means wavering, uncertain, doubting. Jesus did not doubt. Jesus was steadfast on the promise. Faith is a confident response to the grace of God, to the promises of God. And I was able to respond and cooperate with God's grace by keeping my mind stayed on Him. Years later, God fulfilled His word. That word steadfast, it means to render constant, to confirm one's mind, to make stable, to place firmly, to set fast, fix. Wow. If you can fix your thoughts on God's promises, God's love for you, not your love for Him, God will always bring to pass what He has promised you. Psalm 91 verse 1 says, "He who remains in the secret place, or abides in the secret place, or remains stable and fixed in the shadow of the Almighty." That's my prayer for us today, that our hearts remain stable and fixed, that we won't be double-minded, we won't be divided in interest, we won't waver between two decisions, but we'll stand, hold fast to our confession, and watch God do what He has promised. I am Pastor Phil, and this is my motivational moment. God bless you.